Hey guys, it's Laura from Vindeco Jewelry, and I thought today I would do a little video of what I do to sort through all the items I have and figure out which ones I want for Vindeco. So I have gotten a big, huge bag. I think it's a half a pound of assorted jewelry, some of it vintage, some of it maybe not vintage, but I'm going to go through it with you guys, and I'm going to find which pieces I think would be good for the Vindeco aesthetic on our site. The ones that I don't find that seem like it fits with our theme, I either sell back to other people, individually sell it on eBay, or occasionally I give them away to friends, because I know certain friends are looking for, let's say cameos, for instance. So, without further ado, I'm going to get to the first item right here, which I'm already really liking, just looking at it from outside the bag. I kind of have an obsession with brooches, and so this one is, of course, already one of my favorites, and I'm immediately looking at the back because I see something stamped on it. You always kind of are looking for the manufacturers or signed pieces. I don't know if you can see that. I can't really see what it says. So I'm going to just take a quick peek, and it looks like it's a Sarah Covington piece, which is good. She has some nice pieces, and I really like this one. It has the cabochon pearls, the pear-shaped kind of marble-looking. Looks like probably some kind of enamel, but it's a really pretty brooch. I like it a lot. So I am not sure how vintage it is. I'll have to kind of look into it, but I like it a lot. So good start to this one. Next thing in a separate bag, another brooch. So I'm already loving this. And it looks like it's made of different colored rhinestones. Looks like these came from somewhere originally that had them priced. This one was priced at $2. Looks like some of the stones maybe have been glued back in. They actually look like beads. I can see little holes in them. So I'm not quite sure that is something that I would put on the website, but it is pretty, and it'll either go back into one of the junk lots or possibly to a friend. I might keep it for myself. You never know. Oops. Look, it does have a signature on it that I can't really read. Might be pewter. Sometimes people that do pewter designs put signatures on it, but at any rate, I probably won't be putting that on the site, but it's still pretty cool. Oh my. This is pretty impressive. It is some thick, heavy beads, obviously Halloween themed. Everyone's favorite Halloween candy corn. Looks like a pretty short necklace. Probably a choker length. Has a cute little, I don't know if you can see that, but a cute little heart toggle closure. I think some of these beads are faceted. Some of them have different designs. I mean, I wouldn't wear it, but I can appreciate it. I think it's kind of cool, but not something I want for Vindeco. I'll have to see what I want to do with this one. I'll probably maybe put it in a lot for eBay. So, put that one off to the side. Now, there were a few bags that were separate with this one. I'm not sure why they were separate. Maybe just for packing reasons. So next up we have this little brooch. It's not really little. It's actually a pretty big one. it is another one from Goodwill, it looks like, and it has a $6 price tag on it. I don't know if this person bought it for $6. And it's on an icing earring backing, but I can tell just by looking at this that it's not a piece originally from the icing. It's looking like it might be 1970s or, you know, could be, I mean, I'm not totally sure, and I'm, of course, trying to get this clasp off, which is an impossible task for me. And see if I can peel this back. Might have to get help from my daughter. Emma, I'm going to pass that off to you and move on to the next item. I need you to get that off. We'll come back to that one. Next one is what we have here. Looks like it's another Goodwill item. I think this is going to be one of those necklaces that you use that just kind of, it's either a necklace or a bracelet. I guess you could wear it as both, but the kind that just kind of snaps on. Again, it's not something that's vintage, and it's not necessarily something that I would wear myself, but everybody has their own taste, and it is kind of cool, so I like that. It's nice and shiny. Has a couple different kinds of metal colors, and that's a pretty cool piece. Alright, so that's it for the individually bagged. So now I'm going to start breaking into the big bag. And the first thing that is coming out, oops, I think we have something caught on this. So, this is a modern piece. It almost looks like one of those Pandora kind of stones in the middle right there, or charms. And it's like a metallic leather, kind of braided leather chain, if you will. Not chain, but necklace. And has a cute little closure with an adjustable back. So that's a nice piece. I can't see if it says Pandora or anything on it. I don't see any mark on it, but I guess I'll just have to look into it and see. But not something on Vindeco again. But usually when I go through these and sort through these, I find more things that I'm not going to sell on Vindeco than things that I do. And that's okay, because I like to be selective, and I am in awe of this piece right now. It is so cool. It is, let me see, it looks like it's a little tangled here, but I can see from the chain right here, it's kind of a thick herringbone style chain in like a silver tone. I don't think it's actual silver, and I don't see any silver marks on it. But, I don't know, this kind of reminds me of, like, 80s night clubbing, kind of, like, going out style. I really like it. It has good movement on it. It's like a choker length. I do think this is vintage. It's not vintage in the sense that it's super old, but, you know, anything over 20 years is actually considered vintage, and I really like this piece. I'm going to give it a go on Vindeco, so I will be cleaning that up, and you can look for it to get listed on the website at vindecojewelry.com within the next week or so. Let me see. Got a little bit of a tangle. Sometimes it happens during shipping. Alright. So, this right here, another beaded necklace, and I don't know why, but I am getting like a breast cancer awareness vibe from this, because there have been so many things made for that purpose. Maybe this is not what that's for, but it is really, really cool. It has Bunch of different textured beads, pink, white, clear. The clear ones are faceted. I can't tell with this little charm hanging down here. It looks almost like a leaf, but I don't think it is. And the beads are just, you know, it's a little bit heavy, has some weight to it. Again, it's a choker length, and I can't stop tapping on them because it makes a really cool sound, and I like this a lot. I don't know. I can't picture myself wearing it, but it is cool. All right, moving right along. Looks like it's a little bit knotted up, but oh, that's kind of interesting. I don't know if this was like a present to somebody for their 6th birthday or not, but I don't know if you can see. Hold on just a second. In there, it's a heart, and then the number 6 in it. And it's on a chain. Looks like it's probably not real silver, but this is just kind of a fun piece. I wonder if it's maybe just something. It's an inexpensive costume jewelry piece, obviously. I imagine somebody got it for their 6th birthday. It looks like the 6 in the middle has like a little bit of a gold tone to it, and the rest of it is silver. And that's kind of cute, and I almost might hang on to that for, you know, friends that have little girls, and everybody now knows I'm doing this jewelry thing, so they're like just waiting for their turn to get something that they like. So I like that one. I'll have to untangle that later. But then I have, and you can hear occasionally my daughter talking off camera. So if you hear whispers, that's what she's doing. She's trying to butt into this video and interject her opinion on everything. So I do apologize for that. So we have a little bit of a mess here, but I got one piece untangled. It looks kind of old, but not old in the sense that it's something I would consider putting on Vindeco. It is a peace sign with a little bit of a heart. Actually has a pretty decent clasp and is adjustable. And there's a little charm heart at the very back that says AEO on it. I wonder if that means that it was originally like sold at that store, Aeropostale, that's at the mall. I'm not sure, but you know, it's just kind of a fun little necklace. Definitely would have to get cleaned up for anybody. I'm probably going to end up putting that in a scrap lot to send off. Then what else do we have in this little tangle here? Just your run-of-the-mill kind of choker made with, this is probably handcrafted by somebody, just pretty colored beads. Green, some light blues, a little bit darker blues, varying colors and sizes. Looks like something I would have made at camp when I was younger, but I like it. You know, I'll probably give that to one of my daughters. And this is more of a modern piece. You can tell it has that aesthetic, like the kind of costume jewelry aesthetic that you would see at like one of those stores like Claire's or the Icing. Sometimes they sell them at like Express and stuff like that, but I can't tell if this is all one portion, if this thing that's stuck on it is, no, I think that's actually a separate item. Okay, yeah, it is. I pulled it apart. Ooh, doesn't that sound cool when you shake it? You know, that's actually kind of fun. Little statement piece to wear out. Has kind of like that slate metallic color to it. It's adjustable, really large faceted rhinestones, round, oval shaped. And of course it has like that really awesome movement and sound to it. So that is a nice pretty piece. and I'll definitely be able to do something with that, although I won't be putting it on Vindeco because it's not vintage. The one that was tangled in it. I love necklaces like this. I actually have one on the website right now, and I have that one on there because it has, you know, kind of a more dated look to it, and it obviously by the clasp you can tell it was made, you know, a while back, maybe in the 60s. But this one is really cute too. Has some little kind of flowers. I don't know, I can't tell if those are daisies or not. And these, I don't think they're glass, but probably plastic beads. And it's just a really cute little necklace. And honestly, I'm probably going to keep that one for myself because I'm not putting it on Vindeco, but I like it. I'd wear it. And my daughter has finally gotten the guitar playing cowboy brooch off of its little display card. So here he is. And he's like a 3-part, actually 4-piece brooch. The hat is 1 piece, kind of the torso and neck, his guitar, and then the legs with the spur. I mean, that's really a cool brooch for somebody. And I'm looking at it to see if it has, yeah, there's a maker's mark on it, so let's see who this is. I'm going to guess that this is Sarah Covington, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Whoa, I was wrong. It is copyrighted. It says Dawn Dash. Looks like Lynn, which I've never seen before, so looks like I have some research to do on that, but it is a really cool one. Moves well, has some, oh, I just noticed those, has some kind of orange colored rhinestones around the center part of the guitar, and I just love that little spur. Oh, and right here on this part of the guitar, these are black rhinestones, so I'm pretty fond of this piece. I like it a lot. I'll take a look at it, find out who that designer is, and decide what I want to do with it, but I like it. It's cool. All right. I see something I like, and here it comes. Well, if I can get it untangled with this. Okay. I guess I'm kind of a sucker for necklaces too, and anytime I see a barrel clasp, which is the one that unscrews like this and screws back in, that's a barrel clasp. And they were used a lot. They're still used now, but they were used a lot for vintage pieces. And I can tell there's a little bit of wear on this. So believe it or not, this looks like it is a vintage piece. And it has, I think these are plastic. And obviously faux pearl. But there's this really cool texture and dimension to this. I like it. It's probably 80s, but it's very funky. It's very cool for people that like to wear big statement necklaces. And this is the first non-choker length one that we've gotten, so I like it. I think that one will be going on Vindeco. So check it out, VindecoJewelry.com. And moving right along. This is for a tiny neck. This must be a child's necklace. It's just like a silver chain, has some little ball details. I'm looking to see if it has any kind of metal stamp on it, because I always look for that. And I don't see one, So I think this is probably going to be one of the little craft project things that I will put to the side and sell back in a lot, because it's not really something that I can do much with, but I'm sure somebody else will love it and appreciate it. So let me see, digging around in here. If I keep going at this speed, this video is going to be like 14 hours long, so I need to get it together and start moving along. Oh, I am so excited right now. Listen to that. That is so pretty. Wow. They're like, it looks like a strand of pearls, but it's not. I don't know if you can tell, but they're metallic, and they're definitely hollow, but it has such a cool appearance to it. I wonder, I'll have to check. I don't think that this is sterling silver. I really don't. But I can try polishing it up and checking that out, because some of the pieces have almost like the kind of wear that you would see in a sterling silver piece on them. And it has a little hang tag right here. And it says Vintage America Collection. Has a little pearl dangle and a kind of a leaf. No, a feather. It looks like a feather. And this middle bead is really interesting too. It's hard, definitely not hollow, so I feel like it's something, it's not a geode, but I feel like it's a mineral, natural rock of some sort, and it is really, really pretty. I guess you could wear this multiple ways. You could double it up, wear it at different lengths, but I really like this. I'm going to clean it up, see what I can do with it, and we'll figure out the next plan. Oh, look at this. My daughter just handed this one because, of course, she has impeccable taste, and she picked it out of the pile before I even got to it. But how cute is that?
It's a locket.
It is. It's a locket, and it's a pretty one. Let me hold that up so you guys can see it. It is a picture of a woman on the inside. Has a little stone. Actually, it looks like it's three small rhinestones hanging from the bottom. And it has kind of that textured back. It has a little bit of a drop to it. It's not a choker. Thank God, because I seemed like I was only getting chokers in this lot. I don't see on this part a maker's mark at all. But gosh, that's so pretty. It has like a green color on the outside. Really pretty detail up here at the top. And open it up. It has, I think, this part actually opens up too, so you can put something on both sides of the locket. And if I can pop it open, I can see if there's a maker's mark on the other side of it. But I'm not sure if I can do that. It has a little grommet in it. I'm not sure if I have something that I can use. Yes, I do. It looks like, well, I don't want to damage the piece trying to look at it, so I'll have to take a closer look at it later, but I like this a lot. So that's a good Vindeco piece. Sometimes on Vindeco, and I have it noted on the website too, but sometimes I have something that doesn't necessarily look like it's old or from a past decade. Maybe it's, made sometime in the recent you know, maybe like 90s and on up, but it has a good vintage aesthetic. It looks like something that we would have, you know, worn back in the 60s or whenever. But if it has a good vintage aesthetic, even if it's not vintage, I will put it up on the website. I just usually note in the description that it's a modern piece. This is a nice string of pearls. I do not think they're real. They are heavy, but it's also a really long string of pearls. And I can tell they're not real just because they are just kind of strung on a really cheap yarn type looking thing. But I can do all sorts of things with this. They already have the holes in them. I can use them to make repairs. I can do all sorts of stuff. So that's a pretty good find. Lots of pearls there. Ooh. What do we have here? I can't see what it is, but I think it's going to be a rosary. And a pretty one. Yeah. And rosaries sell very well online. This one doesn't seem to be vintage, so I won't be putting it on Vindeco, but I'm definitely going to find this a home somewhere else online. It has kind of amethyst colored faceted stones or beads, I should say. Has like a silver tone to the actual chain, some small seed pearls, and then of course the cross down here. Does it say something on it? I can't ever tell. I'll have to look. I think it says something. But I just love getting these pieces. I'm Jewish, but I totally appreciate all of the craftsmanship that goes into these. It says INRI. I am not sure what that means, but this is a great, cute little crucifix. And it looks like it has the Virgin Mary right there in the center. So I'm happy to have that. That's a really pretty one. That's also another thing I could gift to somebody I know. I have a lot of friends that are Catholic, so I can definitely do something with that. Moving right along. And more beads, more necklaces, more tangles. Always dealing with tangles. Hey, what is this? Oh, okay. I'm starting to develop a fondness for these, and I wasn't into them before, but I think I just like the movement of the different beads on these. This is just a 3-strand kind of beaded necklace. It's modern, not from, let's see where it says here. It says, gosh, you know you're old when you can't even look at the writing on jewelry without using a jeweler's loupe. It says, Leah Sophia. Well, Leah Sophia, it's a pretty piece. I'm not familiar with that brand, but I do like this. It's really nice. So, very cool. So far, I've found a few that I'm putting on Vindeco. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4 that I've found, and possibly one more, but I have to kind of look into it. And another, this has so many pretty necklaces in it. I think actually this was, I did order one lot that was an all necklace one, and then they threw in some extras, so I think that's what those 2 brooches were. This is a pendant necklace, very pretty, lots of detail, has this kind of diamond-shaped filigree work, I guess you would call it that, smaller inside chain that has pearls. And then, of course, the really cool part is how the pendant has dangling pearls, and they're a little tangled, so I'll have to fix that, but nothing I can't work out. But that is just gorgeous. I really like that. And not vintage, but very, very pretty. Alright. What is this? Oh my. This actually, I thought this was plastic when I saw it in the bag, but it looks like it's kind of like a dyed shell. Almost like it's abalone or something of that nature, and then dyed. Has a cute little heart detail. I don't know if you can see the color. It is bright pink, like fuchsia pink. And adjustable kind of choker length. These are all in really good condition. This woman that sold them to me, she has just a bunch of them, and I will definitely be going back and getting some more. I don't know what I want to do with this. I think it's cute. I need to clean it up a little bit, but it's a really pretty color. Okay. Alright. What have we here? What is going on with this? It looks like... So, that's it. Wow, Laura. Sometimes I definitely need a little bit more caffeine than I've had. Just a 2-strand necklace. And it has these really pretty kind of faceted cabochon style. I would say it's more of like a brick red than a bright red. I don't know if you can tell watching, but silver tone chain, adjustable, another fun piece. Not vintage, more modern. I'm gonna have more modern things in this grouping than vintage, but that's okay. That's what I do. I pick through a bunch of stuff that I won't sell so I can find the best stuff to sell for you guys. So, oh great. One thing I'm always looking for is chains of various styles, length, and metal types, and that's because I sometimes get pendants that don't have chains, or I repair stuff and they need a different chain, or sometimes I'll actually make new pieces out of broken pieces. So this one doesn't seem to be stamped with anything, but it is a good chain. I'll clean it up, find it a home. Moving on. I mean, these things, see them all over the place. Definitely from the island somewhere. Has a barrel clasp on it. And these things are a dime a dozen, you know. I'm sure some people probably collect these somewhere. I'm not particularly fond of them because there are so many of them. I had a bunch of them when I was a kid. I loved them. I had anklet, necklace. But now I usually just put them back to go in a craft lot. What do we have here? Got a tangle, but it looks like it is a tangle of cool stuff. So, okay. Let me see here. And another chain. This one's a kind of a heavy-duty one. Has some nice movement. See how that moves like a snake. A silver tone. No maker. Modern. Doesn't look like it's made of a precious metal. But it would be a nice one to hang a pendant on. So, next one is... Oh, let's see. Bunch of rhinestones, large rhinestones, and a pretty gold tone chain. Can you see it all? I think so. This is another one of those showpiece necklaces that have been so popular lately. And I really like this one. It may look on screen like it's a pale blue, but it's actually, they're just clear rhinestones, and the reason they have that color is because they are set, they don't have an open backing, they're set in the actual kind of gold, so they don't reflect as much, but they have that really pretty tone to them, and I like it. So I like it a lot. Maybe I need a statement piece necklace. Alright, so what is this? I have my daughter talking in my ear, so sorry about that. Yeah, it's just a beaded choker, multi-strand. This silver is, I can't tell if it is sterling silver or not. I'll have to polish it up, but I suspect that might be actual sterling silver right there. And then black beads with a nice clasp. So that's a pretty piece for somebody. Okay. Oh, hello. Now this has to be sterling silver, and I already see a mark on part of it, so I'm going to check it out, but I believe we have a heavy chain made of sterling silver. If I can get that flipped around a little bit. Yes, what do we have here? What does it say? Well, it says Korea. And let's see. It might be old. I see a little bit of kind of patina on this part, and it's from Korea. I'm not sure when they started stamping their silver, or if they have the same laws about stamping it that we have here, but I'm pretty positive that's sterling silver, so I'll polish it up and find out for sure. My assistant off to the side is no longer trying to talk over me and now helping by handing me stuff. Thank you, Emma. So it has 3 strands on it, and it is, you know, it's just kind of a costumey silver tone multi-chain necklace. Nothing spectacular, but it's actually kind of nice for people that don't like to wear a lot of bold colors but like to accessorize, so I can appreciate that, even though I'm not one of those people. I definitely like my statement pieces and my bold colors. Moving right along. How sweet! It's so cute. It's just a little turquoise heart set in a heart frame. And these little, you probably can't even see, but right around there it has these sweet little flowers kind of dotting it. And a pretty kind of dainty chain for it. It definitely has kind of like a southwestern vibe to it. And it is not going to be real turquoise, but it's still very pretty. It has that, you know, they're really good at imitating real turquoise by putting actual kind of vein-looking elements into it. But I like that one. Very cute. And, my hair gets everywhere. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, let's see here. That's interesting. Oh, there's the clasp. How weird is that? I thought that the clasp would have been dead center, but it's kind of off to the side. So it kind of goes like that. And that is really cool. I don't know what metal that is. I don't think it's any precious metal, but it looks almost like kind of a craft fair piece, something that like an independent artist made, and it's really cool. It has nice kind of play to it and a good texture. So very nice. I am really happy with this lot so far. I haven't found too many vintage pieces, but the pieces in here are like really good quality and attractive pieces. So sometimes you get you buy stuff and most of it's junk, and so I'm glad this one is not. And let's see here. Plastic beads. Plastic beads and kind of a textured chain, graphite colored chain, and yeah, very nice. Okay, we've got so the video doesn't run too long, we've got my expert untangler over there untangling. Oh my goodness. I love this. Do you love it? I love it. It is a kind of gray beaded necklace. It has, I don't know if you can see that, but some of them are faceted, some of them are smooth, and they're graduating sizes. As they graduate up, they all become those kind of round beads. But, gosh, I love this. I don't know. I mean, some of these things, I'm probably keeping a lot from this lot. Definitely not vintage again. Not a lot of the stuff in this one has been vintage, but that's okay. Can't win them all. Next up, what is this? Looks like it's just a, you know what this looks like? It's one of those things that actually goes around the head. It can be a necklace, but oh gosh, you guys are going to have to see my face, and I apologize for my hair right now, but I think that this one right here is one of these things that you wear as an accessory on your head. Yeah, I know, my hair is ridiculous, but, and it's not quite untangled, but I think that, because I've seen these before, is how you actually are supposed to wear it. So, I think that's really cool, and definitely there's a person out there for that. Oh, look at this! And we have a vintage piece. It's not in the best condition, though. Oh, look. You guys don't need to look at my nasty, nasty face and hair anymore. Okay, so this is a vintage necklace. I don't know about, pearls are hard for me. It's hard to tell if they're real or fake. There are so many more fake ones out there than real, and it's actually kind of hard to test them. But I can tell this is vintage because it's strung on what almost can be described as like sinew, like actual like animal tendon is what it looks like. And it is kind of, it's very delicate up here at the top, but collectors of vintage pieces are used to buying things that have varying forms of wear on them. And if you can take a look at that right there, that's the clasp. And it's what's known as a box clasp, which is one of my favorite types. And it just kind of opens by, you press that little tab in there, and it opens just like that. And I don't see a designer's mark on it. A lot of times you don't find one, but it's a fun, neat little piece, and I want to sell it on Vindeco. I'm just going to have to look and see. A lot of times with the vintage pieces, they would have these little almost claw-looking things that hang. I don't know what they're called. If you know, you can comment below, but they have almost like claw-looking things coming off from the clasp, and the pearls sit in those, and I think it prevents the piece from getting wear here near the clasp, which this one definitely has. So I don't know if I can fix it up, but I would love to. If not, I will sell it off to somebody that's going to love it in our clearance section on the website. And does anybody like blue? If so, I've got the necklace for you. Very pretty. I don't know what you would call that. I'm not super big on the mineral part of the jewelry trade, but it has all of these blue stones, and the large one, obviously, at the bottom, has some silver tone spacers to it, barrel clasp, and it's pretty cool. Alright, I think we're getting to the bottom, which is great because we're running on 46 minutes already. I was trying not to do a video that lasted over 45 minutes for my first one, and I've already failed, so I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so what do I have here? It looks like a locket. It's pretty tangled up, and for the purpose of not running over more than I already have, I'm not going to untangle that part. I'll just show you that it looks like it has some charms hanging from it, a leaf, a little heart. The heart has a textured detail on it, a butterfly, and just kind of like a crystal looking plastic bead. And then the locket itself opens up, and it's really pretty on the inside. And the outside too. Can you see how there's kind of a piece that's coming off the top, so it has a little bit of a 3D look to it. And I don't see a maker's mark on it, but it is a really cool, cute, fun piece. Maybe not for Vindeco, but I'll find a home for it. And I feel like I've been saying that a lot on this video, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. This is my first one, and I don't know if I'm doing a good job, but I'm constantly getting jewelry in, so I will probably get better at doing these as time goes. I will untangle that some other time, and oh my goodness. Wow! Look at this. I love this. I love it. I don't know even what to say about it. It's gorgeous. It is a multi-strand necklace. Look at the closure on that. It's even adjustable. Somebody just did some amazing beadwork on this. So you can choose the length, and look at those. Can you see that? The beadwork on it, how people, they must have spent hours. I mean, it would take me hours. Maybe it took them 15 minutes. Who knows? But I like this a lot. And I think, I mean, there's no telling when it was made because it's obviously handcrafted. But the look of it, the way it has things hanging from the pendant right there, I feel like it has a kind of cool little vintage vibe to it, even though it's not probably a vintage era. So I think I'm actually going to put it on Vindeco anyway. Somebody's going to appreciate it and hopefully give it a nice home. Getting down to the bottom, guys. Oh my goodness. Another pendant with, oops, goodness. It's stamped NRT on the back. I've seen that before, and it's totally, I'm blanking right now, but it has that pendant on the back where it has the NRT stamp, and so you can see that it's shining through this kind of almost quartz colored. It's not really pink sapphire colored. It's like very pale pink, but it's a cool stone, and it has some cute details on the prong, and another cute detail right there where it hangs. It's actually really kind of cute. I'll research NRT because it's blanking me and figure out what to do with it. And necklace. All necklaces today. I'll get something else and be able to show you some brooches at another time, because that's my personal favorite. I get all excited about them. Okay. Some silver tone chain, and it looks like it's a little bit, maybe it's gotten caught up on some fibers right there, but it's in good shape. Different colored beads, green tones, yellow, a couple seed pearls. It has a little bit of an older look to it, but I'm not sure that it's what I'm going for, so put that one to the side. Oh, look at this! Has a little bit of an Asian theme to it, maybe Japanese, I think. It's not a locket, but it is really heavy. It has some really good weight on it, which is, oh man, this makes me think of being hypnotized. You will shop on Vindeco, VindecoJewelry.com. I'm just kidding. I need more caffeine. It's really, look, so has two birds on it. I can't tell exactly what kind of birds those are, but has two birds on the front. Has that really pretty kind of Asian-inspired look to it. And again, it's pretty heavy. And the chain is so pretty. It's not very common that you see one like that. It's a pretty long chain, and it doesn't have a clasp. It actually looks like it just fits right over your head. No designer marks that I see, but a very, very cool necklace. A single earring. Love getting these. These beads can be used for something. There's no match to it, so I don't want it to go to waste. I'll find something to do with those beads. I'll make my own jewelry at some point. Oh my goodness.
All of them are tangled, but it makes a really cool sound.
So I am not sure if this is, it might be, no, there's a clasp in there. There's a couple different pieces that are tangled into this, so this one I'm not going to take the time to do tonight. Maybe I'll untangle it and put it in my next video. But thank you guys for joining me tonight on my first video ever. I'm going to be doing this more often as I go through these, bags of jewelry that I keep getting, and this is very fun for me. I hope you guys enjoy it. So, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.
So